Welcome back to my family. So, I really don't know where this message is going to lead to, but I do know that I got to talk about it. Y'all know, if y'all been with me, I get like visions and downloads like when I'm sleeping, sometimes when I'm awake. But this time is when like I was sleeping. Spirit literally whispered in my ear and was just like depression. I will give a forewarning for you guys that is watching this that we're going to talk about that today. Um, it's so crazy how God works because I'm like, this is a stage that I have overcame already. So I'm trying to understand why did they make that so vivid to me today. And literally after I wake up, I come across this page on my Facebook, and I come across this post, and I will show y'all the post in the video. And I came across a couple of more, but this one was the very first one that I came across, and it basically was talking about how did other people overcome depression without taking medication. See, this is when I say divine timing, God working, because I wasn't sure why they gave me that message, but then I come across a post that literally talks about how you overcame depression. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about me. I was a person, and I had my days. I was a person that was like consistently battling depression. One minute I was up, the next minute I was just, it would hit me out of nowhere. And everybody, depression start from something. Okay, mine started from feeling obligated to be everybody's backbone, not feeling enough, not feel like I'm doing enough, not feeling like my presence isn't enough. So it got to the point where I was constantly isolating myself, didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't even realize that I was going through depression. That's how quick it can sneak up on you. I didn't realize that it was something wrong with me. And and I don't even want to say it like that, because it's not about something being wrong with you, but it's about acknowledging your pain and the things that you're choosing not to feel. See, a lot of us who are the number one supporters in people's lives, we tend to bottle up our own emotions. We tend to push down what we're going through and how we're feeling for other people's benefit. And when we do that, we tend to, one thing can just happen and we snap. One thing can happen and we snap, whether it's out of anger, whether it's within depression, whether it's anxiety, like we snap. It gets to that point. It gets to our breaking point where now we are developed in our own suffering, in our own emotions. So my advice, and what kind of pulled me out of that, because I always realized that I could step out of it. It was a point where it was overwhelming, it was too much. I'm gonna give y'all a few things, not just one. I always have that one person that you can trust to vent to. Like, you need that person. Everybody needs a support system. Everybody. And it could be your mom, it could be your sister, it could be anybody. For me, it was my mother. And for a lot of people, it could be the same thing. But we get to the point where we need somebody else to talk to us and let us know, hey, we here. Now, for those who has also gotten to this point, because like I said, I was also in the battle of up and down depression. It got so bad to the point it didn't matter what people said to me. I used to use like my children as a way of realizing that I meant more. Looked at my kids and say, I need to keep living for them. It got to the point where that did not matter, right? And let me tell y'all, this is gonna be the realest raw video. So if you don't want to listen to this, then keep on scrolling. It got to the point where I was so exhausted and tired of not feeling enough, feeling like a failure as a mom, as a partner, as a daughter, as a sibling, as a being, that it didn't matter to me at that point. And so what took me out of it was realizing that what I was feeling wasn't necessarily about me. It was more about how I felt others was treating me. And it made me realize there's nothing wrong with me. It made me realize I had to understand that people would choose themselves each and every time. So it made me really look at myself and like, why am I not choosing me? Why am I constantly allowing people to make me feel like I'm not worthy? Because if I were to not be here today or tomorrow, they will continue to live their life. They will continue to find somebody else they can use, and somebody else that they can put their burdens upon. And what would I get? To not be around my children, to not live my life. So I chose productivity, boundaries, and self-love, then depression, irritation, anxiety, fear of rejection, fear of not being loved by others. Because I'm going to tell you, how you treat yourself is what you attract. So if you guys are in the moment of not caring about what happens next, listen to me. The other people that you want to care about you, the other people that you feel that you got to do this for, to make them realize how much you mean to them, because I do know that a lot of people do it because they feel nobody care. I care. To the point God care. To the point I'm letting y'all know, you are not alone in this. It's so many of us go through this each and every day. Today's the day to pick yourself up. Today's the day to show yourself that love that no one can even match. No one's love can match the love you give yourself. You can choose to not be depressed. And I know y'all like, what? But yes, you can choose to grow into something more beautiful than to be suffering in people's misery, to be suffering in your emotions. See, it gets to a point where your body is accumulating so much anger, so much doubt, so much fear, so much sadness, that depression is a way for you to release it. It forms into that. It's not real, y'all. Like, I feel like that's not coming from me, because if it was me and I looked at this video, I'm like, what you mean it's not real? My feelings are real. No. Spirit's like, this is an illusion that people have created for us. The reason why it's showing up as in depression is because we choose to bottle everything up. Start by expressing how you feel. Start by setting boundaries with people who wants to take advantage of you. Start by choosing you. Y'all, I'm getting tingles all over my shoulders. Love yourself, because God loves you. How you treat yourself is what you attract. If you're wanting to bring people in that's going to love you and support you and be there for you, you got to do that for yourself. Y'all, if y'all ever need somebody to talk to, there are different programs that you can go in, but please do not go do it alone. Everybody needs somebody. Do not do it alone.